Hello. Hi, Eileen. Hi, everyone. Eileen, I want to thank you for doing this so that we can talk about teaching, one of my favorite things to talk about that we don't get to discuss as often as I prefer. My name is Lynn Briggs. I'm an English professor, and I was the first piloter of the first sequence of FYE in fall of 2014. We didn't have a theme as much as we had a book that connected the courses to each other. So the book that we chose was called Flight Behavior, and it was by Barbara Kingsolver. And I think we all agreed that it was not Barbara Kingsolver's best book, but it was a very useful book in that it offered me the opportunity to talk about elements of rhetoric. It allowed Robin to talk about environmental issues, and it allowed Tom to talk about well, Marxism, frankly, with the economic issues. Yeah, class issues, yeah. It dealt with a woman in Appalachia who was struggling financially. She was a young mother, and she decided at the end of the book to go on to college. So we thought that that theme might resonate with some of the students. I'm going to jump to one of the things that surprised me the most, which was the students' reaction to the book. One of the elements in this book was that the young mother was contemplating having an extramarital affair, and students responded very negatively to that, which was an element that I had not anticipated, was their sort of unwillingness to suspend disbelief for the purpose of a literary work. So that was interesting, surprising, and something that I needed to go back to my collaborators about, to go back to and talk with Tom and Robin to think about what are the other things that might surprise us about these students. Which gets to the main theme that I would say that characterized my experience with FYE, and that was collaboration with the members of my team, Tom and Robin, but also with folks from around the campus, with people from advising, from financial aid, from the Writers Center, and but with the students as well. As we worked to develop this course, I had for my final project something we just called the big project. I said it had to be multimedia, it had to be connected to the book, and they had to either take on the role of pitching a project or applying to be part of that project. So we worked in tandem to develop what that was, and in part because of the collaboration that went into the course, I felt comfortable collaborating with the students. That was one of the best things about the course, was how quickly they collaborated with each other, developed a community that really stuck. I see them together even now. That was probably one of the best things. I felt like we were more than the sum of our parts throughout most of that course. The thing that surprised me the most was my mistake, I think, and that was that I wanted to hit all of the goals. There were 6 goals at that time, and I felt like I had to hit them all in my class. And so even the quantitative reasoning goal, I created an assignment where the students needed to figure out what financial aid this woman in the book would need to accumulate in order to be able to go to school and to maintain her standard of living for her 2 children. I brought Bruce DeFreitas in. I had students literally doing the math, and that was a stretch for me. But the stretching to reach and cover all of the goals, I think, was too much and ended up feeling a little bit scattered to me and to the students. So that's one of the pieces of advice that I would want to recommend, is that it's important to hit the goals, but think about distributing them and managing them in a way that is, in fact, time appropriate.
Yeah, I think for next year it will be examine thoughtfully for both classes in the sequence, and then try to hit the remaining goals, but split it, and it doesn't have to be anything significant, just touch on them.
Yeah, which I think that's important. I think that's a useful piece of advice.
Plus, it'll be 5 credits, not 3.
5 credits. Which the 3 credits was a surprise for me. I would typically look at the clock and see that it was 20 past and think to myself, oh, we've got another hour. Which, and being used to teaching in those longer blocks and giving students the time to sort of unwind the problem, I just felt like that was short. That was a short amount of time to meet per week. Yeah.
Anything else to add?
I think that's it.
Okay.
You gotta edit me down anyway, right?
Yep. Thank you.